Hello, Gemini. This is Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot, and this is your general energy reading for September 2023. I hope this reading finds you happy, well, and living in an attitude of gratitude. I would like to please ask that you like, share, comment, hit the notification button to get this reading out there to those who may need it. Also, throw some comments in the comments section if you wouldn't mind. It helps this channel grow. So I want to thank you so very much for being here. Know that I appreciate each and every one of you. So Gemini, let's see what your reading is for the month of September. All right. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. I just want to hear that song. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Anyway. Fast moving energy. Just quick, 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 quick. Sometimes quick, quick, quick is not a very good thing, Gemini. Sometimes quick, quick, quick isn't a very good thing. I mean, it feels like there's a part of you that wants to go fast, but another part of you wants to go faster. And sometimes that can be very preoccupying, distracting, chaotic, and bad. So slow down a little bit. Slow down a little bit. Slow down a little bit, Gemini. Slow down. Yeah, okay, so so there's storm warning here. It's blossoming abundance and contract. So you may be getting into a debate or a legal battle over money owed. And it seems like it's a very chaotic thing. Scales of balance are going to be, the scales of justice are going to be balanced in your favor. The white represents peace. The books, we talk about learning. We have contracts here. Be careful what you sign. If there are any contracts involved in regards to this court litigation, in regards to this blossoming abundance, be very, very careful what you sign. Be very, very careful that you are not giving up more than you should when we talk about signing contracts or buying anything. If there is money coming into you and you have to sign off on the checks, make sure that you're not getting stiffed with some penalty fee or some sort of bullshit fee for writing the checks, like a paper usage fee and a taking time out of my day to create this contract fee, etc., etc., etc. So have faith that you will come out on the other side of this more prosperous and abundant than you went into this situation, because everything is in your favor. Let's not compromise our integrity in any way. We don't need to lie, make up stories. You are 110% owed whatever money this is. Don't settle. Don't settle for anything less than you think that you're owed, is what I'm saying, Gemini. So let's see what the tarot cards have for you. All right. We talked about quick moving energy. We have storms here. Storms are quick moving energies, especially tornadoes. Tornadoes have a tendency to bounce, 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 bounce. So be very, very careful who you trust. Be very patient, right? Don't rush things or rush into things. Okay, so you're doing a lot of the work here in regards to this financial opportunity or abundance that's coming in, and let me tell you, you've been through the ringer here. It's like everything. It's like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, but you keep doing it, right? Because you know that this financial opportunity, this money, it's rightfully yours. And I just want to say that there is no need for you to feel as if you have to compromise your integrity, like I said before, or fight for it, because there's a thought in your head that literally says, it's like I'm going every time I move forward, it seems like I'm being pushed back, pushed back, pushed back. And it just kind of feels that I have to open a can of whoop ass and I have to take care of business myself, because it doesn't feel like this court stuff or this litigation or these contracts and the money that I am owed is going to be coming about anytime soon. So you're feeling and thinking that you may have to go through drastic measures, and that this is going to be some huge battle in order for you to sign off on the money that you're owed. And the Page of Swords, the Spirit recognizes and sees that, this has been a struggle for you. It's been a struggle for you, but the struggle is coming to an end. So Spirit doesn't want you to think that you constantly have to fight for it. So when the contracts are signed and the storm warning is over and you're past, and look, speaking of storm, we have storm warning here, and the bird is flying through the storm. We have lightning in the background, and the wind is like pushing. And this is also a learning process as well. When we lose feathers like this, it's always a learning process. It's always a time of change. It's always a time of transitioning into something better, right? So the contracts are signed, you're getting the money that you rightfully deserve. You don't have to compromise your integrity in any way or fight for anything. And here you are on the precipice of something that you've always dreamed about, and you're kind of sitting up there being very patient and being very receptive. But the time has come to move on. The time has come to move past. You're nurturing yourself, you're self-loving, self-care. You recognize your worth. You recognize how long it took to get from where you were to where you are. You're kind of taking in the moment. And Spirit wants you to know that regardless of all of this emotional instability down here, that you have wings, babe. You have wings. And it doesn't have to be some emotional turmoil moment to get from where you are to where you desire to be. Just go. Don't make it into anything it doesn't have to be. I mean, sometimes we get on these oh my God, look what I've been through, look what I had to go through to get to where I am, or to get to what I've always wanted. And it was just so much trouble and so much anguish and so much trial and tribulation. Well, why are we always focusing on the trials and tribulations when we should be focusing on that we are now we are now in receptive mode. We now have the opportunity to move away from that energy and into this energy and into our dreams. Why are we still going on about the trials and tribulations? Why does that have to be a story? Why does that have to be the story that we tell, right? Why isn't success what we're talking about here? Why isn't now I get to follow my dreams and my passion? Now I'm ready to soar and I'm ready to go to the next level. Why isn't that always the story we tell? Why does it have to be the trials and the tribulations and the awkwardness and they stole from me or they're trying to deceive me? It's just like this is all in your head, all in your head, all in your head. It's taken so much time to get from point A to point B, and it feels like it's just been this strenuous battle, and I know that someone is trying to take from me and steal from me, and so instead of focused on the money and the opportunity to move forward and all of this blossoming abundance, you're still stuck here in this storm. Your head is still stuck in the uncertainty and the feeling as if you have to fight, or feeling as if people are trying to deceive you, or feeling as if people are trying to hurt you, or feeling as if it's still a constant battle to get from where you were to where you are. So there seems to be some sort of meeting, meeting of the minds. There are people here who want to help. The Three of Pentacles is, and we have the Three of Wands here. The Three of Pentacles is, and we have the 3 here, 3, 3, 3. So the Three of Pentacles is a collaboration with others. There are people who want to help, but sometimes the way they want to help isn't the help that you need in their way. So if people are coming to you and saying, hey, we can help you do this, we can help you do that, you're not obligated to do things somebody else's way. You're not obligated to be the yes man or the yes ma'am or the yes person to somebody else's um, difference of opinion, right? So you want to do things this way and they want to do things this way, and because they're offering their assistance, they automatically assume that you should be leaning toward doing things their way, right? Not the case. Not the case. They mean well, but not the case. You're not obligated to do things somebody else's way. You know the way you want things done. So if this doesn't mesh with your energy, the way that they are talking about doing things or trying to do things, then simply say, the way you are doing it isn't the way I would do it, and I don't believe it should be done that way. I thank you for, your help or your assistance. I thank you for trying to help, but I think I got it. I think I'm better suited with someone else's energy, or I think that I need to do this on my own, or I need to do this in another way. So don't let people bribe you into doing the way they want to do them, because it can throw you off course. And then you're focusing on, when you're thrown off course because of somebody else's bad judgment or somebody else's bad ideas, then you don't have time to spread your wings and go forward. Now you have to clean up the mess that has been created here. Now it becomes your responsibility to clean up the mess that's created by someone else. And you don't want to be put in that position, because it's not your responsibility to carry around any other person's mistakes, trials, or tribulations. So we are focused on moving forward. Don't let other people pitch their bullshit onto you. Don't let other people pitch their bullshit onto you. You let other people pitch their bullshit onto you up here, and now there's been this struggle moving forward, right? And now there's this feeling of people trying to manipulate you or deceive you, and that's not always the case. I mean, they're not trying to manipulate you or deceive you. They just have different ideas, and their ideas will not, it will not mirror your ideas. Right? And I say this all the time. My friends are always suggesting this and suggesting that. I'm like, great, it's a great suggestion, but you are looking from an outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? And from the outside looking in, it doesn't always seem as chaotic as it is or it feels on the inside. So me dealing with the situation personally, or you dealing with the situation personally, and knowing how it's making you feel on the inside, you have a better range of how you're feeling and what you need to do, as opposed to the person on the outside looking in and doesn't see as much as you see or feel or hear. Or so think about that. So let's see where we're moving on to. So we're not allowing ourselves to get distracted. So here we come with the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups, so sweet and so genteel, but not a follow-through person, right? Makes these promises, right? I promise to do this, I promise to do that. Wears their heart on their shoulder, bless their heart and everything like that, but just doesn't have the follow-through mindset. Would much rather, they're a person who will come about talking about love, desire, appreciation, sensuality, all of these wonderful, wonderful things. And then when the time comes for them to bring to fruition the promises that they made. This is, the Knight of Cups is someone who will string you along with a whole lot of good. And when the time comes to live up to that goodness, they're fight or flight, and so they'll flight. So be very careful with people coming in, especially with this whole blossoming abundance thing. Be very careful with people coming in trying to make promises that they're not able to keep, and putting you back in a position of, feeling the need to fight to get out of that particular situation. Especially when money is involved, people get kind of weirded out. So it feels like it's going to be, a struggle, because, I mean, sometimes we have a tendency to make the struggle. It's not a struggle, we make it a struggle. So all you're being asked here is to be very careful when signing contracts. Be very careful when you're moving forward, not to put yourself in a headspace of thinking that everyone is out to get you, manipulate you, or deceive you, and you have to fight you have to fight to move forward, or fight to get away from these people, or fight from, being deceived. No, read the fucking room. Read the energy in the room. Be receptive, but be awakened as well. You don't, look, it may be 2 steps forward and 3 steps back, but look at where you're going. And if you're making it overly complicated yourself, then of course it's going to seem like you have to fight for everything and you have to struggle for everything, because in your head, that's all that you've ever thought you've done. All I've ever done in my life was fight and struggle, and this is no different. Well, it can be different if you were just opened up, if you were just willing to be open to being receptive to the good things, and going through a time of transition. And the 6 of Swords is just that. You have to change your way of thinking. You have to change your way of thinking. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 sword cards out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So almost half of this is you being completely in your head about the need to struggle, about the need to fight for, and about people trying to deceive you and hurt you or steal from you or blackmail you, and that is just throwing you off course and all over the place. But what you really want to do is be in this, over here in this wonderful place of making your dreams come true, but you're never going to get to that if you're constantly in your head about everything, right? There is no hero on a white horse going to come and save the day. That's not going to happen. And you need to stop creating this scenario of being the victim and things are so difficult or so hard. Because if that's the mindset that you're in, then things are always going to be that way. And what I'm saying is pretty much pointless, right? You have to change your way of thinking, Gemini. You have to change your way of thinking. If you're not changing your way of thinking, then it's always going to be a struggle. The abundance coming in will always be a struggle. The peace will always be a struggle. The finding your way to your happily ever after will always be a struggle. So you have to change your way of thinking and leave all of those negative thoughts behind. Leave those poor me thoughts behind. Leave those everybody's out to get me thoughts behind. You want to, if you think lack, you'll receive lack. You think abundance, blossoming abundance, prosperity, love, appreciation, recognition, receptive, transformation, nurturing, patient, worthy. If you're awakened, if you are looking at things through your spirit eyes, then that is exactly what you're going to be drawn to. And those are the people who are going to be drawn to you. So you have the freedom here to create your own scenario. You have the freedom here to get out of this feeling of being the victim, or being trapped, or being contained. You're not. You're contained by your own thoughts. You have such talent. And why you're squandering it here, continuing to think that life is always difficult. Only you would know. Only you would know. There's a passion that rages within you, and you are keeping it contained. You have the freedom to release your passion. You have the freedom to release your talents. You have the freedom to release this amazing passionate energy within yourself. But you would rather be in your head about the struggle that you're going through and how everyone is trying to manipulate you or out to get you. You got to change that up. You got to switch. You got to flip the switch on that really quickly. All right. Let's see what our affirmation cards is. I'm willing to love myself. Look in the mirror and say to yourself, I love you. I really love you. Don't be shy. It's just another way of saying life loves you. I practice love, kindness toward everyone, including myself. Are you as kind to yourself as you are to others? Finish this thought. One way I can be kinder to myself is, one way you can be kinder to yourself is be open to the magic around you, to be open to the passion within you, to let go of this negative headspace, let go of this victim mentality, to be open to allow the love and receptivity of what the universe has for you, to be open to that. To be open to that. Be open to the receptivity of passion and freedom. There's so much going on for you here, and you are holding yourself back because of experiences that you've had with other people, and because of the negative headspace that you're in because of your interactions with other people. Bring it together, babe. You have the freedom to reach your goals. You have the freedom to reach your dreams. All you have to do is change your thoughts. I hope that helps. Know that you're divinely guided and loved, my friends. Talk soon.